What's in my survival fun pouch? That's what's next here for Survival Schoolhouse. It's just things I use and I play around with when I'm out in the field. Sometimes I use some of the items while I'm at work. So with some of those, you may or may not be able to use those, so check your state regulations. The first thing that's inside is, well, on the outside, is just basically a leather thong, a piece of leather that you can use for the bow drill. You can use it for different cordage, things like that. Mainly just used to hold it shut. Just sewn up on the sides into just a pouch with a flap. I have my bow drill cord, my natural bow drill cord, which is made out of mallow 9 bark. So right here it's about 4 feet long. That's plenty long for something like this. I usually don't keep stuff like this in here, but here's just a bow drill kit for cedar on cedar, just in case someone wants to practice it real quick, or I can give a quick demonstration on it. Here's the handhold for the bow drill kit. This little piece of pitch wood, or it can be used just to scrape some pitch off and ignite it into a fire. Or in other places, it's called fat wood, and sometimes you'll see that sold at stores that way. Another rope that I have is a 3-strand braid, multi-purpose type of 3-strand braid for 550 cord. It's about 20 feet long. What I made my piece of leather strip out of is just this piece of leather. You just cut a little strip all around the outside and just keep cutting all around and around, and then you can get some more. This is just a multi-purpose platform for different things, whatever I may want to use it for. Up in here I have some very large snares, some 6 and 8 strand twist snares. And again, check your state regulations if you're able to use these or not, because a lot of places snares are illegal. So that's just something I wanted to make at some point, and just to have on hand just in case something big happens. I have 5-foot lines of 550 cord. Cordage is always awesome to have. I have some inner core from other pieces of 550 cord, and you can use these for the Paiute deadfall or things, improvised fishing line, and so on. I have just a survival saw. Having a saw is just always very handy. Another piece of bow drill wood. Here's my man-made cord for bow drill, and this is just a piece of sheathing the outside portion of 550 cord. It just makes it a little bit thinner, seems to grab on a little bit better. It's a little bit lighter, maybe a little bit less resistance without then having all the inner core on the inside of the 550 cord. I have a fishing kit. This is an old style fishing kit from old life rafts, old survival life rafts, 20-man life rafts, and I've just added a couple things to it. And I can make a separate video on what's inside here, but it just has an assortment of hooks, and here are some of the other things that were on there to get a quick screenshot. And I added a few things to it. Some galvanized steel wire for snares. I also have a little piece of leather that I cut up, and it's just a flint knapping kit. So you can put this piece of leather on your leg. You have your thicker portion that really gets tore up from your pieces of obsidian or flint, whatever you're using. A little deer antler for percussion flaker, and a bopper, just the base of a deer antler as well. Now, if I needed to break up a big flake off of a piece of obsidian, I would just pick up a rock somewhere, and then a nice smooth rock, and then use that to try and get the flake off. and then work it down smaller with this, or the rock that I pick up off the ground. And the last thing I have in here, in this little pouch, is just a flint and steel kit. So I have a couple different pieces of steel that are made for flint and steel. I have some rocks that give off good spark. I have my Altoids tin to be able to char cloth in. Right here, all it has is just basically a little pinhole on the top, so smoke can escape, but all flames won't flame out of it. So you char up cloth, you can char up just natural materials that are out here that are somewhat thick. And this is just some old thick cotton belt material that really works great for charred cloth because it just doesn't disintegrate once you char it. So having a nice piece of thick cotton works well for charred cloth. So there you have it. That's what's in my survival pouch of fun. Let me know what else you want to see. What do you think you could add into this survival pouch of fun? What else you want me to show you from the kit, if you want me to demonstrate some things from it. So until next time, Survival Schoolhouse, please subscribe so you can get any updates that may be coming down the wire. And comment below once again. And let me know what other videos you want to see. Thanks for watching.